it was completely outside of my frame of reference. I've been in show business since I was 14, and I've heard the stories of what happened.
What do you mean? And immediately, she made me feel this big.
It was completely outside of my frame of reference. I've been in show business since I was 14. And I've heard the stories meme of what happened. What do you mean? And immediately she made me feel this big. This is not as easy to go from being a beloved celebrity to being in the public eye as Oprah Winfrey's journey does at the heart of the dispute is Dave, whose skepticism about Oprah has drawn attention for years. But what actually going on behind closed doors in the life of this media mogul accused? Actions of career sabotage, frightening ties to human trafficking, and engagement in dubious Hollywood affairs provide a whole different picture, or Dave's concerns regarding Oprah's influence over the industry merely speculation starting at the beginning with Oprah Winfrey's altercation with singer Toni Braxton seems fitting before exploring the stormy background that surrounded her controversial reputation. The feud shocked the entertainment industry, leaving Toni Braxton hurt and disheartened. Ed, in an exclusive 1998 Behind the Music interview, Toni Braxton shared details of an eye-opening encounter she had with Oprah Winfrey. Braxton had already been through a difficult financial period and had expected the media mogul to show some sympathy. Instead, she discovered a side of Oprah that very few people had seen before. Oprah struck back with a biting, vicious attack. She cautiously inquired as to Toni's true possession of Gucci silverware. "I've heard you own Gucci flatware. Here's Oprah Winfrey." And no, I don't possess cutlery made by Gucci. Oprah said something that seemed to put Toni to shame, evidently still in shock. At the memory, Toni explained that Oprah's lack of Gucci silverware was a personal choice rather than a financial constraint. "She made me feel so very happy," Toni expressed. Her idea, clearly by squeezing her thumb and fingers together. The interview severely damaged Toni Braxton's career, with long-lasting consequences. But Toni Braxton is by no means the only well-known figure to have felt the hurt of Oprah's scrutiny. Monique, who is well known for speaking her mind, has frequently disagreed with Oprah over the years. Recently, Monique reignited the feud on social media by bringing up Toni Braxton and highlighting Oprah's treatment of her during that crucial interview. In a video clip that Monique posted, Toni described Oprah as rude and cruel during his Behind the Music segment. The caption on Monique's photo said, "If you think Oprah only demeans black men, it's because the black women have been made virtually invisible. See for yourself with our sister Toni B. In case you've forgotten or never knew." Moreover, there's no sign that Monique and Oprah's animosity will ever cool down. The dispute has simply made the mystery around Oprah's true identity more apparent, and as we dig more into the intricate web of disagreements and scandals surrounding Oprah Winfrey, it becomes evident that Monique and the media mogul have been at odds for a minimum of 10 years. Their disagreement seems to be the result of a series of events that started in 2009 and have only gotten worse over time. "I would tell Oprah Winfrey to stop hiding behind what she claims are negative remarks. She knows what has to be done." The animosity between the two started in 2009. Shortly after Monique received an Oscar for her role in Oprah's executive-produced film, Precious, Winfrey reached out to Monique in an effort to persuade her brother Gerald to come on her program. The negative aspect: Gerald was the same brother that Monique had supposedly experienced childhood molestation from. Oprah made a request, but Monique declined it, setting the stage for years of animosity between them. According to Monique, Oprah's good actions went beyond that. After a long and private conversation about the harm that molestation had caused and how it had impacted Monique's relationship with her mother, Oprah decided to invite Monique's parents to come on the same show as Gerald years later at Lupita Nyong'o Oscars party. In 2013, Monique and Oprah reconnected. Oprah was questioned by Monique about her actions and was asked to clarify the earlier betrayals. It was clear that Oprah had permanently ruined their connection, despite her insistence that she had apologized for upsetting Monique. Monique was critical and stated that she didn't want to respond to criticism by bringing up more negativity. Although Oprah claimed not to have upset Monique, she would have apologized if she had the dispute intensified over time, and Monique reopened it on her Instagram profile in 2020. The disagreement became increasingly heated over time, and in 2020, Monique revisited the topic on Instagram, attacking Oprah for her involvement in Michael Jackson and Russell Simmons documentaries. She questioned Oprah's capacity to speak out for African American women when she stayed silent throughout her widely reported disputes with Tyler Perry and Lionsgate. Through Monique's post, another bullet was fired in this continuing verbal battle. In fact, Oprah Winfrey Monique and Toni Braxton's feuds have dominated the headlines for years. Notably, Oprah has come across several other celebrities who have gone through comparable hardships. Oprah's connections to the affluent and well-known frequently lead to discussion and bring up unanswered questions. Notable individuals that differed with Oprah included the late great rapper 50 Cent. Upon his initial rise to fame, 50 Cent dreamed of appearing on Oprah's program. This ambition was both an affirmation of his accomplishment and a chance to show himself to his grandma, an avid Oprah follower. When 50 Cent's proposition was made to Oprah, it was evident right away that she was not interested in it, so she said, "I would never be on that show. That is a level of success that I will never be able to achieve. Therefore, I just thought, well, if we can't be friends, let's at least be enemies," 50 Cent stated in a Guardian interview. When 50 Cent openly disparaged Oprah's supporters and even named one of his dogs Oprah, their relationship grew increasingly strained. Even when the two reconciled and grew close, there was still a persistent tension. Although 50 Cent fiercely defended his songs, Oprah had lambasted them for being misogynistic and inciting gun murder. In the ongoing debate, 50 Cent maintained that he was an artist and questioned the authority of those who were dictating to him what he could and could not say in his songs. However, 50 Cent wasn't the first one to question Oprah's behavior. Grammy-winning musician Seal also accused Oprah of being aware of Harvey Weinstein's sexual assault of young women for decades, but doing nothing to stop it. Debate concerning Oprah's silence and her awareness of Weinstein's violent acts was spurred by Seal's Instagram post. Seal posted a meme with images of Oprah and Weinstein with a remark, "When you have been part of the problem for decades, but suddenly they all think you are the solution." Oprah's shocking admission has sparked debate and speculation about her involvement in Hollywood's dirty secrets. When the allegations against Weinstein first came to light in late 2017, Oprah publicly expressed her amazement, but she was also criticized for not doing more to bring attention to the misconduct. Seal's charge fan the flames, leaving many to wonder what Oprah knew and why she had remained silent for so long. Among the many celebrities who have interacted with Oprah and left a path of unresolved issues and controversy in their wake are Toni Braxton, Monique, 50 Cent, and Seal, to name just a few. So it would appear that Dave had good reason to doubt Oprah Winfrey at first, even before that current disagreement began. Dave was one of its fiercest opponents. A fresh viewpoint has emerged on his 2006 Oprah visit. Oprah questioned Dave on his decision to turn down a lucrative offer and travel to Africa, probing him about his mental state. Throughout the chat, colleagues stated that you are becoming increasingly evasive. Do you think you're paranoid, Oprah? But Dave's response indicated a deeper understanding of the industry's operations. First of all, without his paranoia, what kind of man would be black? He fired back. Now Dave's words reverberate unsettlingly against the backdrop of Oprah's most recent scandal. His concerns, which Oprah initially seemed to minimize about the industry's manipulation and control, are now more significant. "I knew I was going to be leaving, so I arrived early and jumped." Dave had pointed out a pattern of discrediting other people in the industry, which suggested they were trying to do the same to me. In response to these claims, Oprah expressed skepticism and went farther in denouncing his purported paranoia. In retrospect, Dave's comments seem wise given the allegations against Oprah of lowballing members of Dave's social circle. It makes reasonable that the comic would be wary of Hollywood's power plays. Dave has always thought of Oprah as one of the handlers in the entertainment industry, so he isn't astonished by the latest developments. His stance reveals a pervasive skepticism of the motives and actions of well-known Hollywood figures. The fact that Dave, as always, had doubts about Oprah further adds to the growing skepticism about her status in the entertainment industry. He was clearly a man who was able to see through the fray far sooner than others, as evidenced by the fact that he appeared to have identified the hidden dynamics at play and given early warnings. There's more to discover about Oprah's true nature and her influence in Hollywood as more stars come forward with their tales and charges. Now one wonders how far down this rabbit hole may go. Connecting the dots between Oprah's relationships with other celebrities and the latest allegations reveals a complicated tale. Each story, from Toni Braxton to Monique, from 50 Cent to Seal, even when we take into account the most recent issue with Taraji Henson's allegations that Oprah underpays her on movie sets. We see the same thing Oprah con.